It didn't take me long to realize a secret hidden within installing a Rekluse clutch. On dead engine starts, it feels like a cheat code. I really bought this Rekluse for one reason, but it ended up helping me in more ways than I expected. Okay, so a few months ago, I saw there was a flyer for a new GP coming up, the Hurricane Hard GP. Local to me, local track, OPMC. And this is something I'd been wanting them, or at least hoping they would do, for a long time now. And that was perfect timing, because I'd already been wanting to get back into riding. The idea of a GP close to home sounded absolutely sick. It was exactly the kind of event that I wanted to ride. So naturally, I started shopping for a new bike. And I eventually came across this insane deal on a 2025 Husqvarna TC300. And from there, I just started riding more. I also volunteered with the local club, Holeshot MC, to go and help build the trail and get things ready for the event out at the club. One of the perks to this, with helping the work party, was that the volunteers actually got to go and test ride the course after everything was done. Bingo. Now that is when I discovered something about my bike that was definitely not going to help me win this race. Not going to help me in the race at all. The bike came with 1447 gearing. And if you've ever ridden tight single track with super tall gearing like 1447, then you already know. It's basically like a clutch abuse party. Now, by the time I'd be coming around the trail and getting to the enduro cross section, my clutch hand was already completely cooked. So I knew right away that was going to be a problem in an endurance race. Getting to a log and not knowing, am I really going to be able to control this clutch like I should, or am I launching this bike to the moon? So I started thinking, I started planning. I knew I was definitely going to re-gear the bike, but I also wanted to explore as many options as I could. So I started asking myself, is there anything more I can do to make life easier on myself in this race? And the answer was yes. For a really long time, I'd been wanting to try a Rekluse auto clutch, and I'd never really had the chance. And honestly, the stars kind of aligned here, gave me the perfect excuse to go and finally buy one.
So I pulled the trigger on the next generation of auto clutch, the EXP 4.0.
I can stop in gear, and with one hand, I can just start riding again. So you can just be sitting here in first gear and decide you're ready to go, and just whack the throttle. Second gear.
Never had anything like that, so I knew it was going to take some time to get used to, but it was cool. And I know there are a lot of videos out there from people saying that they took the Rekluse back out because they didn't like it. Some people say there's a performance disadvantage, like the clutch has a softer hit or like a delay or some kind of gray area where it doesn't feel fully connected. But I can assure you, that has not been my experience at all. This clutch is grabby. I've done a bunch of motocross launches with it.
Do a motocross launch? Not a problem.
And it bites hard just like normal. Except now I also get the added benefit of being able to stop in gear without stalling. So then I took it out on the Hurricane Hard GP course, and my clutch was working just as good as it ever had. But now I could totally rest my clutch hand while I was leading up to the enduro cross section instead of constantly working it. That alone was huge. But it was also extremely helpful for preventing stalls and keeping the bike running in those really hairy off-road situations where things get awkward in a hurry.
Whoa!
Installing it, having to save a crash or anything, that'll wear you out so fast. Even with electric start, having to stop and rebalance yourself if you hit a root and stalled it for some reason and lost your forward momentum. So, riding around with the guys on that course, that's when I noticed one of the best features of all. You can be sitting there talking to your buddies, and the bike's in gear, and you decide to go. You can just reach down, hit the starter while twisting the throttle, and take off like it's an electric bike.
And boom.
The second I realized that, I immediately saw the value for a dead engine start. And that's what the Hurricane Hard GP is. It's a hands on the helmet dead engine start. So I knew when I was on the line, all I had to do was watch that green flag, and the moment it even flinched, 100% of my focus was going into hitting that starter and twisting the throttle, nothing else. It honestly felt like a cheat code. So now, the Rekluse isn't just helping me ride longer, stay fresher for the hard stuff and get better starts, but it's also teaching me things and changing the way I ride a little bit. I used to flick the clutch in almost every corner. Now I'm finding myself putting it in second gear and just letting the traction pull me through. That's forcing me to focus more on balance, line choice, and throttle control, instead of covering up mistakes with clutch work. And because of that, my cornering is getting smoother and faster. So for me, the Rekluse hasn't been a gimmick at all. It's helped me in the woods, helped me in races, helped me in dead engine starts, and honestly, it's making me a better rider. And that's been my experience with it.